this is the most harmonious diet that anyone has ever presented, because plants are conscious. They are just as conscious. They are just as alive as and aware as everything else. Talking about how the plants don't have sentience and rip them, butcher them, pull them up. No. I think that we actually all life forms need a certain level of stress in our lives in order to prod us along in our progress. Without a certain amount of stress, we stagnate. If you do it how I'm doing it, you are stimulating their life. You are enriching their life. And if you forage like me and not like a vegan who rips up the entire plant, I don't agree with ripping up the plant. Like actual tap roots, there's no way. I have experimented, and you can rip off a portion of the bottom of the root and plug it back in, and it'll surprisingly continue on. But that's not nearly as rationalizable as, in my experience, as taking a single potato from, like rootlets. Plants that have rootlets, you can take an individual one, and that stimulates the whole plant in the same way that you can take a leaf or two or whatever the pain threshold of the individual plant is, you can take from in order to stimulate, as long as it's not too much and it stifles.
Stress.
And the same goes for animals. We do not need to butcher them. The roadkill, the old animals, we don't even need meat that much. The byproduct of the raising dairy automatically creates meat in the ratio that is more reasonable, more sustainable. And so then the only question on the board is, well, where do microbes fit into the humanity of all of this? They're equal to all of us, because we are, the studies that they found that we're more formed microbes than we are human cells.
Yep.
And they found that out like 12 years ago, and every single year they've been able to look further and further and deeper into the subatomic realm and find that like we're higher and higher ratio of foreign microbes. And last I heard a couple years ago, it's like we're 90% not even human cells, we're foreign microbes. 90% foreign microbes. We're only 10% us. So we literally are in like a soup. So when you eat microbes, you're not killing them. You're literally like
rehoming them.
You're bathing in the everything. It's like eating microbes is the furthest things from atrocity. It's the most beautiful thing. We have the opportunity here to have a truly harmless diet, more so than the vegan diet. Because it's entirely meant to enrich everything's life that it eats.
As long as the relationship is loving, right, between the animal and the shepherd and the human.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing is that like it's not worth it to milk an animal, a sheep, that doesn't want to give it to you, because you're not going to get even a fraction of the milk, because they can hold on to their milk.
Wow.
They can, sheep can hold on to their milk better than any other animal. So they have to want to give it to you more than the other animals.